I don't have to ask. It's obvious this child has two very loving grandparents.
Well, I like to think of it as protecting my investment.
Oh, don't listen to him. He likes to think of everything as a business transaction. He loves this little boy just as much as we all do.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not quite the devoted grandparent that Lila is. You know, she takes him for a walk every single day.
Weather permitting, of course.
Oh, you're lucky to have him so close by.
You know, couldn't be much closer than the same house.
You mean property?
Here, would you like a cake, Mr. Quartermain?
Oh, yes, thank you.
The wonderful thing is that we're all here to give this little boy all the encouragement that he needs.
Oh, not such a little boy. In fact, he's rather tall for his age.
No, not particularly.
Oh, of course, all the Quartermain men are tall. It runs in the family. Here, darling, would you like another one of these? Which one do you want? That one?
He knows.
Maybe you'd like to take it outside and eat it. It's such a lovely day.
Yeah, come on, I'll take him outside. Come on, Sonny, we won't get crumbs all over everything.
You know, we like to think the child's family environment is the most important aspect of its development. Education, living environment, these things are important. But the attention the child receives in the home is what matters.
You seem to have quite an interest in children, Miss Blevins.
Well, it's my job, Mrs. Quartermain.
Oh, you're a teacher?
A social worker. I thought you...
No, I'm sorry. I didn't feel it was necessary to explain it when I introduced you all.
And here I was, assuming that you were the babysitter for little Jason.
Well, if I ever consider moonlighting, I couldn't think of a better position. Or a cuter little ward.
Oh, no, he doesn't need a babysitter. You see, we have Stella living in now, full-time.
I thought you said you were assuming that I was a new babysitter.
Oh, for Jason.
Well, what about, Stella, was that it?
Yes, Stella, she's our live-in help.
So you don't really need a babysitter?
No, we don't need a babysitter. Heather does.
I'm afraid I'm confused.
Well, what Lila means is when she and Edward are out and unable to babysit and Stella isn't available, well, then it's up to me to find a babysitter. That's why they assumed you were a new babysitter.
Well, perhaps then I should explain why I'm here.
Oh, no, Lila understands. Would you like some more tea?
Well, a little if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, here we are. Lila?
Thank you, dear.
Ah, here they are.
Thank you.
If it's all right, I'd like to ask Jason a few questions.
Well, that's not going to be too easy,
Oh, certainly. Go
considering
ahead,
the
ask
fact
him
that...
anything.
Don't worry, Mr. Quartermain. I've had a good deal of experience in this sort of thing. Hi. My name is Mrs. Blevins. Can you tell me how old you are? 4?
Well, there he goes again. What he really means is this.
Heather, what are you doing? It took me a week to teach him that.
It took him, too, to teach him how to read the stock market reports.
Well, I'm afraid it started a bit early on that one.
Do you like living here, Jason? Bless you.
Jason? No, you
No,
see...
Edward, See, sometimes we call him Jay. Isn't that right, Edward?
Well, whatever his nickname, he certainly seems to be a well-adjusted child.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Would anyone like any more tea cakes?
Oh, yes, thank you, Heather.
Here we are.
All taken care of.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It looks like I ate all the cheesecake.
Yeah, that's all right. I wasn't much in the mood for it anyway.
Me, I'm always in the mood for cheesecake.
See that?
Well, do you think we could take a peek at the view before we leave?
That's a great idea.
cycles again.
Well, it's just a shame that some of these foreign dignitaries have already started arriving. Something like that's not going to do much to enhance our image.
Well, whatever our image is, I'm sure it'll be cleaned up by the time the expo opens.
All right, we've got a choice. Which direction?
How about the way we came in? I want to see that main pavilion area.
Right this way.
How do you know which way it is?
I read a feature about it in the Sunday paper. They even had a map detailing the various pavilion sites. It's a shame. Everything beautiful, there's always someone who wants to destroy it.
Why?
Human nature, I guess, darling. We're probably just obnoxious kids. Come on, let's go see the pavilion.
These are the days that make me appreciate being a social worker.
You mean the tea was really that good?
Oh, not the tea, Miss Weber. The opportunity. No, the honor of being allowed into such a happy home. I don't have to see any more. Little Jay here is obviously a very loved and lucky young man.
You don't know how much it means to me to hear you say that.
Well, there was some question that I might not approve of this environment. This environment. You can never say that if you saw many of the homes I visit. All I observe here is peace and tranquility. Aren't you going to open the door?
Yes, of course. Well, come on in.
Hi. Hi.
Hello, hello, sweetheart. I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Alan Quartermain. This is Mrs. Blevins from the Social Services Department.
Oh, yeah.
This is Alan, Jason's father, and this is Monica, Alan's generous wife.
Yes, it was all in the file. I want you to know, Mrs. Quartermain, how much I respect your broad-mindedness and Christian charity to still show affection for a child that's not yours.
Oh, Jason.
Yes, I've enjoyed visiting with him today. Well, I'll write up my report right away. You can be sure it'll be favorable.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, Heather, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. We're just having a little tea party, as you can see.
No, I think it's a little bit more than a tea party. It was really bad enough to have Stella tell us that Edward and Lila were down here, but they'd walk in and find my son here.
Well, Jason isn't here. Jimmy Lee is babysitting.
I don't care, Edward. It is the principle of the thing. It is what this woman is doing to our family.
Monica, dear, don't you think you're overreacting a little bit? I mean, this was just a simple social visit.
Well, Lila, you can make your simple social visits anytime you want to. Do not, I repeat, do not make them with my son unless you have my permission.
Well, you can take him and leave anytime you'd like.
I'll take him, dear. I'll take him outside. Come along, dear. We'll go out.
Go along, Grandma.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Right, dear, we'll be outside.
Would you mind telling me who that woman was?
Well, that was Miss Blevins, the social worker.
Oh, well, what was all this business of Christian charity, you know? Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it, Heather. You passed off my son as Jason. How dare you?
Monica, it wasn't Heather's fault. Miss Blevins, well, just made the assumption herself.
Yes, and you played right along with it, didn't you?
Well, there really wasn't a choice.
Yes, there was a choice. You could have told the truth.
Why did you have Jason here in person? Where is he anyway?
Well, Jimmy Lee's taking care of him. They were supposed to wait here for me, but I don't know where they went. So when Edward and Lila came in and met Mrs. Blevins, she naturally assumed that Alan Jr. was Jason.
All right, this is it. This is the last straw.
Oh, come on, Monica. There was no harm done.
I don't care. I don't care. Alan, you promised me that having them here would not affect Alan Jr. in any way, shape, or form, but it has. Now, this woman is trying to pass them off, interchange them, my legitimate son with her illegitimate.
Now, wait a minute. I knew it wouldn't be too long before you'd start blaming Jason for your own mistakes.
Are you talking to me?
Who else, Monica? Just because you can't keep your own husband and he ended up in Susan's bed is no reason to blame the kid.
Now, ladies, this is neither the time nor the place.
What difference does it make, Edward? You've heard it all before.
Yes, I know, and I don't care to hear it again. Now, Monica, I want you to calm down. After all, there was no harm done.
No, not this time, Edward. But what about the next time? What about when Alan Jr.'s older and Heather all of a sudden decides to just change him for Jason whenever she feels like it?
It's not going to happen.
I don't care if it's not going to happen, because it isn't going to happen, because this woman is getting out of this house right now. I want you and that brat out of here.
Monica.
You have 1 week to pack, and then I'm going to throw you out.
Monica, be reasonable, for goodness sake.
Reasonable? I am very reasonable. If I weren't reasonable, I'd throw her out right now.
Well, so much for Christian charity.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Sorry I couldn't get back to you sooner. State Department meetings this afternoon. What's up? Bad news, I'm afraid.
Gerald was here. He says he can't finish the second disc in time for the EXPO, unless, of course, we find him an assistant. And he's insisting upon, Grant Putnam.
Putnam doesn't have a security clearance.
Well, I tried to explain that to him, but he seems to be adamant. It's Grant or no one. Now, if it's no one, we have no Prometheus disc to display at the EXPO.
All right. Give him his doctor. But look, Putnam doesn't take a step into that lab until he has complete security clearance.
Yeah, of course. It shouldn't be a problem. I'll use my computer.
And Robert.
Yeah?
Start on it right away. I mean, I don't think you should keep the good professor waiting.
I'll get right on it.
Let's hope that Dr. Putnam knows what he's getting himself into.
I doubt he has any idea.
Call me with the results.
Right away.
Are you sure it's this way, Grant?
I'm positive.
That's what you said 10 minutes ago.
All right, so I made a little mistake. This time I'm really positive.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second, let me get this straight. The social worker thought that Alan Jr. was Jason.
Yeah, well, you know, actually, it was quite funny. Especially when she went on about how big he was for his age.
And nobody said anything, right?
It was all so confusing, we hardly had time to catch our breath.
You expect me to believe that, Lila? You went along with this. All of you did.
You weren't here, Monica. Actually, there was very little that could be done about it.
I want her and that kid out of here.
Monica, dear, the child.
Oh, he doesn't know what we're saying.
I mean your child.
Well, my child, well, it's about time that he understood just exactly who his half-brother is and the wicked guardian, so he won't be harmed later on in years. You know what I mean?
Monica, I wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
I know. You never do try to harm anyone, Heather. But isn't it funny how you always manage to?
Okay, let's everybody just calm down and relax, and let's think before we start jumping to any conclusions.
It isn't
okay?
going to make any difference, Ellen.
You don't know that.
Oh, yes, I do. And I am tired of discussing this. You're not going to change my mind. I happen to own this property. I own this gatehouse. And I want the tenants out of here immediately. Do you hear me?
Not so fast, Monica.
What do you want?
Sorry, but I can't let you throw them out.
I don't recall asking your opinion.
It's not an opinion, lady. It's a demand. You're not throwing anybody out. I know what it's like to grow up without a father. I know all about it. And this little kid here, he's got a chance to know his. And I think he's got that right.
How dare you pretend to tell me what to do?
I'm not pretending, lady.
You mean this is a threat?
That's right. I think you know how sorry I can make all you legitimate Quartermains feel.
You would do that?
That's right. You throw them out, and you can bet on it.
I guess we better go, too.
Yes, I think we should. Heather, dear, thank you so much for the tea and the cake.
Drop by anytime, Lila. Good to see you, Edward.
I really feel like I should say something.
Oh, I think Jimmy Lee said it all.
I guess he did.
Say goodbye to Daddy.
Bye, Daddy.
My sweetheart.
You really are something, Jimmy Lee.
Yeah.
Just like bowling a strike, not a pin left standing.
Sometimes you gotta do some things you don't like to do.
Well, whether you liked it or not, I loved every minute of it.
Would you cut it, Heather? I told you about that, all right? Just cut it.
All right, I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot you don't like to be pushed. But I'll tell you something. Two of us would sure make a pair. If we could work together, we could accomplish a whole lot.
Purpose: to ascertain viability of security clearance.
No one saw anything. You two okay? We're fine.
They were trying to hit us, Grant.
You folks all right?